finger of my Kit Kat. When's Julie Hickey coming over? As if it's New Year. I might just come over, just watch her, some kind of tips. She's good friends with the lady that trained me at Crafters Companion, Hazel Luton. Hazel just brought out a range under her own name, but endorsed by Julie. It's interesting. Funny, the people that I always thought would staying crafting, some of them have gone. A friend of mine who's somebody, a colleague I used to work with at Crafters, who I always thought was destined for great things in Crafters Companion. Well, things happened and she's now a teacher. And I'm like, nah. Going the other way, hopefully. Right. What's that? Oh well. Stop panicking that I haven't got all the bits in the right box. Hello, good afternoon, and welcome to Hixie Studio on Facebook Live. Apologies if you could hear my inane chatter a little bit earlier. We didn't realise the microphone was on. Hopefully I didn't say anything too risque. Anyway, I have 5 projects to share with you this afternoon, so hopefully lots to keep people interested. I have this little box from Crafter's Companion, a woodland box. I've got these 2 cards, both made with the same die but used in very different ways. And then a couple here, lovely inky one with some All and Create stamps and Elizabeth Crafts dies. And another one here again, All and Create stamps and Elizabeth Craft dies. So we are going to start with the woodland box. We'll put these to one side for a moment. Please excuse me when I bounce back up and down. So this box is the wonderful woodland box from Gemini, and inside this box you get a set of stamps. Now my stamps aren't here because they're on my platform ready to go. You get a set of dies, which are great because these things are little, and to fussy cut them out would be quite time consuming. So we have the dies to cut these out, not the sentiments but all the little characters and decorations. And we have this die here which will cut our lovely aperture. Excuse me, it's in my eye already. So let's get started. That to one side. We have a little booklet here that goes through how you need to make it. So I'm going to put that to one side as well, and hopefully I will give you all the right instructions. And then you also get these. Now these are important because these are these templates you need to cut out for the box. It's really important that they are this size so that everything will fit. So what I have done is I have transferred them onto white stamping card so that I have them now. I don't need to use those. I have them here, and I've written on them. So here I've written template, this is the box and I need 2 of those. This is the template for the door and I need 1 of those. Now here I've written ×2, 1 each side, and when I draw it out on the card in a moment, hopefully that will become clearer. And then I need 1 of those, and these will form the little bits in the box. So the first thing we'll do then is we'll look at how we would make the box. So I would, when I draw around these, always use as many of the straight sides as you can. So I would butt this one up, right up to the edges, and then draw around. Now the lines I've drawn, not being very accurate there, am I? Oh, dearie me, not a great start. The lines I've drawn here are important because these are score lines. So I'm just going to move that slightly up, and there. So those are score lines, and I'm going to just butt that one straight up there. So again, it saves my cutting out. This one here. Whoop. Good job. I'm not actually going to cut this one out. This is just showing you. Now I would need another piece of card to draw around that one. So I did 1 of those, or 2 of these boxes, 1 of the doors. Now this one, what I mean by 1 each side is, if you look here, can you see that you've got the hill here, this end, and then the hill this end? So with this one, what you have to do is you have to draw 1 with the template round this way. And again, don't forget to mark those little lines so you know, because these are your score lines. So you do 1 that way, and then you flip it and you do 1 the other way. And you can see I'm all for trying to reduce the amount of cutting. So you know, there's only one line here, and so on. Okay, so you would draw around all your pieces. So two of these, one of this part, and one of the door. Okay, so you don't need to see me drawing all around those and cutting them out. So I have them in here already done. So I have my two doors, and I have scored them. Excuse me, it's going everywhere. Scored them along those lines that I drew. I have my door again scored there. I have one that way, one that way, and then one this way. Okay, so we are going to start assembling the box. Now, I have just been in my stash and found some suitable papers. I'm sure everybody has a big stash of different papers. So this is a case of me now remembering where each piece goes. So we're going to line them up first. So I found this, which I thought would be perfect for the box, the back of the box, to show a sky. So we'll put that there ready for now. I've cut, when you cut them, I don't know if you can see, if I put it against the black, you can see the score line there. So when you cut your bits of paper, make sure they just sit to the side of the score lines. And the reason being for that is that when you do would help if I have it around the right way. Let's try that again. When you do fold them, they go together. If you have them too close, then you end up with a little bit of a problem when you're trying to stick there. So that's going to be that part of the back of the box. So let's just work out which way these are going to fold. That one and that one. So this is the next part of the box. So this is going to be the front here. And this, you see what I mean? This is going to fold over and be the front. So what we need to do is deal with this part first. So we're going to stick our piece of paper on here, glue, and then before we assemble the box, we're going to cut the aperture out. We're actually going to do it before we try and assemble it, because it would be impossible otherwise. So we stick this on like this, and then we take, pull this lot of dies out, excuse me, we're going to put this on here, literally going to cut that aperture out. So there's my tape. I'm going to just, whoops. Now I can tape it on the inside because the inside is the bit that we're going to lose. I'm going to put a piece at the top and a piece at the bottom, and then we are going to put this to our Gemini. So our base plate, our die, plastic shim, magnetic, and our clear. And we're going, oh, be careful, what have I got there? Be careful, I've just almost taken something else through there. Stuck to the bottom of the plate. That's going to go through. That's now cutting that aperture. Once that's done, then we can start looking at sticking the box together. Okay, so there we go. So there's our aperture for our door. Okay, now this part is also going to need the sky paper on, so whatever your background is, so that's going to need to go there. So we'll stick that there in a moment. Doesn't matter about this bit because it's not visible. Okay, so let's stick those on first. Just going to make sure I am going the right way. What do they say in sewing? Measure once, measure twice, cut once, something along those lines. So we're going that way. Oh, clouds need to be up the right way. That goes there. Yeah, right, okay. Hopefully we're cooking further on.
I don't know what happened then. Facebook's not working. I think Facebook might have actually just died.
Oh, okay. Okay, I'm going to just do a little bit more sticking because shall I just stop?
Stop for a second.
Yeah.
The stream's going, but I can't check it on Facebook because Facebook seems to not be working.
Shall I see if I can get it on my phone?
I was just going to check now.
Okay. Sorry for those. If you are out there and you are listening to us, we're just having a few technical difficulties our end. If you are still able to hear us, we are unsure whether we are live or not. So we're just kind of taking a little breather until we sort the technical issues our end. Okay. Just gluing this bit down. Okay. I will take this opportunity to get a few little bits out so I know what's going where. We are live. Okay, so we are live. Maybe we were always live. We're not sure. So I am. If you were with me, you would have seen I've just been carrying on sorting out my bits and pieces and sticking. And you may have noticed that I realised that I stuck this back piece down before I stuck the tab in. So always make sure that you've got this bit with the aperture, that you've stuck the tab on to the next piece before you put your backing piece on, because I made that mistake. Luckily, I was able to lift it up. Okay, so we are now at this point, but I'm not, before I do that, before I stick this piece here, I am going to stick the two sides on because it will be easier to do it now than it will be to do it. I'm very sorry, I seem to have got lots of mess over my things. Probably a dirty craft mat, but let's keep going. So we're going to glue. Now I'm also having second thoughts. I'm not going to glue that one, and I've just remembered why. Because when I glue the door on, I'm going to need that to cover it in a moment. So I'm going to glue this one on, and I am going to glue this together. So I need glue on here, and then I'm going to glue this bit here. Okay. And because of the way it's made, it should just fold straight over, so I should be able to just push that down. Okay. Or not. Let's try that again. Have I got enough glue on there? Okay. Right, so that is now stuck down and folds over like that, so it will fold flat in your card. Now, the reason I didn't stick this bit on is because we need to put the door on first. And the door will sit like that, and this piece will go over in a moment. So first of all, let us just cover the door. So we've got a piece to go here. Now, you've probably seen all my little pencil marks. At home, I would take the time to rub all of those off. They're just the markings from when I drew around the templates. Okay, so there's the front. And that's the inside of the lid, the door, sorry. So now, I am going to stick my door here. So if you can see, here's my aperture box. I'm going to stick this tab here. All right, so let's put some glue down here, and it goes there. And then I'm going to cover that with the last piece of the paper. Put some glue on, and we're going to put that piece on there. So that is essentially our box made. So we have a door to open, we have our box with our decorated papers at the back. So we're going to put that to one side, and then we're just going to sort out our little pieces that are going to go in our box. So use the template that you made before out of card to cut your pattern paper. Again, this is just stuff that's come out of my stash that seemed appropriate, but you can decorate it however you want. So there's one. They look a little small, but they'll do for demo purposes. And here's this one. There we go, that's that one. And then the last one goes on here. And they are the pieces that sit in the box for our little characters to sit on. Now, okay, so move that out of the way, and those out of the way too. So the next thing we need to do is we need to stamp and colour our little characters. So what I have already done is I have already gone ahead and I've just spaced my